bro, I'm putting it out there, bro. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3 in the 100 meters. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3. I think the only person that can throw a spanner in the works is Okabare. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3 this year.
Oh God, bro. I think Dina will cause you guys problems, you know.
Nah.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy. He is back on the show. ST, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to be back, man. Honestly, it's been a while. I can't wait to be speaking about certain things, man. The Olympics is going to be a madness, but we're going to touch on it now.
Of course, brother. Of course. When was the last time? Last time you was on, you was talking the Europa League final, bro.
Yeah, it was. I mean, kind of like predicted everything apart from Man United not winning, you know.
Exactly.
We're not going to go into that. The season's done.
Nah. Listen, football talk is on the back burner, bro.
Yeah.
We're not talking football, bro, because it's just too depressing if you're a United fan. But definitely we're gonna have ST on a lot more as just athletics talk, and we're gonna get him on boxing talk, and obviously when the season starts next season, we're gonna have him back on as well. But it's a pleasure to have you, bro. But he's already said it. It's athletics talk. First one that we're doing. Obviously, COVID messed up everything last year, but the Olympics is coming up. When this comes out, it will be starting on the day, but starts Friday. Opening ceremony is tomorrow. I know football has already started in the Olympics, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think I saw Great Britain women won 2-0 yesterday.
The Brazilian team won 4-2 against Germany.
Yeah,
Mexico battered France, but that France team is quite weak.
Right, they've got Gignac playing for them, bro. He's like 62 years old.
He's their captain.
He's like 62 years old, bro. You shouldn't be playing football no more. Like, right. It's a madness. But Brazil game was all right. It was a good game still. Richarlison scored a hat-trick. Yeah. I think they had, just to name a few players, Douglas Luiz was there, Dani Alves, Gamirez.
Yeah.
There's a few ballers.
Yeah.
There's a few ballers. I mean, Germany had Heinrich. So there's a couple ballers there at the Olympics. So people, if you're into football, you know you're missing your football fix. Definitely have a look at the Olympics, even though it's under 23s, but there'll be a couple of names that you will know. But the Olympics isn't about football. The Olympics isn't about tennis. It's not about weightlifting. It's not about cycling. It's not about swimming. We all know when it comes to the Olympics, what we are interested in is the athletics. Even though the opening ceremony is Friday and it's already started, something's already started, the athletics doesn't actually start until next week, Thursday.
Yeah.
That's when the athletics starts, because they got a few games just to get rid of the rubbish sports out of the way, and then get onto the main event, which is athletics. And ST and I are going to focus on the 100 meters and the 200 meters for both men and women. We're going to delve into that and just discuss who's there, who will be the main contenders, and what we will expect. First Olympics since 12, 8, 4. I think since 2004. 2004 was the last Olympics that we had without Bolt, and this will be the first one that we've had since Bolt. So the Bolt era is over. Obviously, you know me, repping Jay and all that. So grateful to have him, and all the records that he produced, and all the wins that he produced, and doing what no one else has done, winning the treble at all 3 Olympics, gold medals, 9 gold medals in total. But we're post Bolt now. There's no more Bolt, and the men's draw is the most open since Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, because when you listen to the pundits, ST, and people talking, no one knows where the gold medal is going in the men's 100 meters. Nobody knows. I mean, just to name a few, we got Bromell, who is the fastest in the world right now, running 9.77. But I think I saw the other day he got beat running in the Diamond League. I think he got beat by Fred Curley. It wasn't the fastest time. We got Ronnie Baker, who's run 9.8. What did I write there? 9.85. Fred Curley, who I mentioned, run 9.86. So, and then you got Johan Blake, who's run 9.95, and Simbine, 9.84 African record and national record. So he's coming to form at the right time as well. ST, bro, tell me, where's the gold medal going, bro? Because no one actually knows.
I don't know. Honestly, bro, I couldn't predict this. You would say Bromell, because Bromell actually did win the other day. And Bromell has experience of winning. And out of everyone, I think Bromell is level-headed, but it's really open. You got Ronnie Baker, who always performs in championships. Fred Curley will be dangerous as he's got that 400-meter strength as well.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Because he came down, didn't it? He came down from the 4 to the 1.
So that's another problem. You've got Johan Blake. I don't see him as a contender. He's not the same guy. He's starting to run a lot better, but I don't think he'll be enough unless he peaks at the right time. But he ran the 9.95 recently, so I mean that could be a little hope for Jamaica. You know, at least there's something there. So I would say that, and Sabine would actually, I think Sabine would do well as well, because remember, he's a Commonwealth champion as well. It's not like he doesn't have experience of winning big things. And he's also quite a level-headed guy. And South Africa have always produced very fast athletes. And that 9.84 is fresh. He's in contention for a medal, you know? So I think it's between them guys, but it's quite open.
This is it. The thing is, Bromell's run 9.77. No one else has run that this year. No one else has run 9.7 this year, right? Nobody. So you would think, considering the start that he gets, because he's got a quick start, and the fact that there's no Christian Coleman, I think if Christian Coleman was there, I think it's a little bit more straightforward of where the gold medal would be going. Because he's not, this is an opportunity for all the guys that we mentioned, and to say, you know what, it's an Olympics. COVID messed it up last year. Coleman's not here. Bolt's retired. I think Gatlin was injured for the US trials.
So he got to the he was injured, but he got to the final and he limped out.
Yeah.
The final, so he's not coming.
Yeah. No Gatlin after all this time. So when you add that all up, you're just like, Bridget, this could be any of our time. Because I personally don't think 9.7 is going to be run. I think the gold medal will go to whoever runs 9.8.
Yeah, 9.8. I was going to say about 9.81 or 2, something like that.
Yeah, I think 9.8 is where the gold medal goes. And the 5 guys that we've mentioned have all run it. I know Johan Blake's run 9.69, but that was before all the injuries and whatnot. I know some people will try and bring in, you still had the drugs in the system and blah, 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 blah. You lot can go screw yourselves. All right. But I think when you look at it and think 9.8, surely anyone can be like, you know what, as long as I ran 9.8, I'm in it here. Because remember, what you also got, I think this is Bromell's first Olympics. Correct me if I'm wrong.
First Olympics. He was there. He's been at the World Championships. I think he's won a bronze medal.
Yeah. But I think if he was at the Olympics in 2016, it was relay. He wasn't there. Because
he's had injuries.
Yeah,
he's had quite a few injuries and stuff. He had a really bad one, so. But he's back, and to be honest, you could say he's like a slight favorite, but it's just really, really small. But like you said, man, I think it's gonna be about 9.8, and we're talking like 9.8 is really slow. It's an amazing time. It's It's just that we've been spoiled by Bolt, Gatlin. We've been spoiled by Johan Blake and Tyson Gay in the past. Like
Mustafa.
Mustafa 9.7s, easy running.
Bro, I remember when like running like 9.8. Them man, they were jogging 9.8.
Yeah.
Easy, jogging 9.8. And I think this is a question that I wanted to ask you. Because of the Bolt era and how high he set the standard running 9.5, have we seen a decline in the sprinters now where they're not running these times consistently? I think I saw the other day, I think the one that Bramell won, I think he ran that in 10. I think it was 10.01 or something like that.
It wasn't very fast. It was in Gateshead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining. There was no, I think the conditions were quite all right. So are we seeing, I don't want to see a decline, but because the standard in the bar isn't so high anymore, are we seeing that these guys now aren't pushing themselves to a level that they would have had to when Bolt, when Asafa, when Tyson Gay, Gatlin, when these guys were around? Are we seeing them just say, you know what, we don't need to aspire to run 9.5 and 9.6 anymore. 9.8 wins us the medal. Is that what we're seeing now?
I think so, because you see, like, because of all those guys, you're thinking, right, I have to do the madness. I have to run the time of my life. I have to run beyond that. So I'm going to train that extra bit harder. Don't get me wrong, these guys train hard, but it's obviously different motivations where you have someone like Asafa Powell, Usain Bolt, Tyson Gay, Gatlin, multiple world champions, all of them got medals, gold galore and all that stuff like that. They'll probably look up to those people. So they're thinking, I have to step my game up. So I think that the standard has slightly dropped. It's still not a bad standard. Remember, let's not get it twisted. 9.8 is still really good.
Bro, 9.8 is fire, bro.
Remember what we were used to back in the day, even before the Bolt era, where after we had Maurice Green, and it was just like a miracle to be running like 9.9s and stuff like that.
Bro, 9.9 was the start. Even though Maurice Green did run 9.79, he ran 9.79. So you got to think, what are we talking about? We're talking about what, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
20 years ago, the standard was, the standard was 9.79. And guys were running 9.9 and 9.8 were seen as, as long as Maurice Green, I mean, that's the world record, but 9.98 was like, all right, if I run 9.8, I'm definitely going to win the gold medal.
Yeah.
Whereas when you bring in the Bolt era, it's like, Bridging, I gotta run 9.6, 9.7 to get a medal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think because Bolt was so fantastic and he set the bar so high, I think now we're seeing it level out again and going back to the Maurice Green, the Tim Montgomery, because Tim Montgomery ran 9.78. Even though the drugs and all the rest of it was taken away from him and whatnot. Yeah. So I think what we're seeing now is the standard kind of come back, because as the US ascend, I think we're seeing the standard kind of come back and it's going back to what it was before Bolt, and it's about running 9.8 and 9.9 will win you a medal, but 9.8 definitely will. Yeah, but if I could get you to pick somebody, because I don't think the British guys have a chance at all. CJ Uja, good runner.
I like him a lot, but he's had a lot of injuries and he's not in that speed. Zano Hughes is a very good runner as well. I like Zano.
But he's more 200 Zano.
He's more 200.
Yeah.
For his physique. Reece Prescott as well. I like him a lot as well.
Yeah.
But his start is very bad and he's a very tall guy.
Yeah.
And you can't afford in this sort of like company to like have that sort of start, because even though he's got a fantastic finish and it takes him time to get going, you can't afford to leave that space in behind.
I think that what the thing is, and this is the thing, and this is what people you're going to get education right now. I think this is why, again, Bolt, freak of nature, because when you looked at his physique and how tall he was, he shouldn't be able to run 9.5.
No.
When you think about it, it's like, well, he's tall, so his strides are longer, so of course he's going to cover the ground quicker. But when you see that the block start, it's like the block start is everything. Like you can lose the race in the first 40 meters if you don't get out well. right? Because ST and I, back in the day, me tooting my own horn here, but we were runners. I may not look
Very
it now
good
because the weight, but we were runners. So we know it in the first. And that was it. Because when you go back to the Morris Green and Tim Montgomery and John Drummond, that era, Asafa as well, all fast starters.
Yeah.
All get out of the blocks quickly. And this is it. Whereas with Proscode, obviously he's not as fast as Bolt and his cadence doesn't tick over as quickly. But it's a thing where what he needs to focus on is trying to just be with them when they get out. If you're with them when you get out, well, you being a taller person, you're going to cover more ground. But unfortunately, he just wasn't blessed with the pace of Usain Bolt. But ST, I'm going to push you. Who's taken the gold medal in the men's 100 meters? Most open 100 meters since Bolt. Who's taken it?
I'm going to go for Bromell, but I want Simbine to win because of Africa, innit?
Of course, bro.
Yeah, but I think Bromell will take it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. Don't get me wrong. If Johan could pull it, listen, if Johan could pull it out the bag for us, right, just give us one more 9, not even a 9.6, just give us a 9.7. A 9.7, because this is he's already said this is his last Olympics.
Yeah.
So if Johan can give us one more, trust me, I'll very much appreciate it, bro, because we look like we're going back to the era of the dominance of the USA, and I don't want to be there for too long. But I agree with you, Bromell, for me, is the one. I think Simbine has a good chance, and if he could take it, I'd appreciate it as well. But I think Bromell, you're right with Bromell, but people, as I said, the ones that we mentioned, Bromell, Baker, Curly,
they're all in it.
Simbine, Johan, trust me, they're all going to be the.
And also, even watch out. I mean, he may not win it, but medals. You look out for Su Bing Tan and all them. He's very quick.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on him. He ran 9.98 or something in his trials, in Chinese trial, and he looks very comfortable. So he's always in around there. So,
yeah, because the Chinese recently have been in the semi-finals. I think even one of them got to the final. Yeah, and the finals as well. And
Su Bing Tan has won medals. Remember, let's not forget he's dangerous. So. But I don't think, obviously, I don't think he's in the conversation. But the names we mentioned before, I think those are the guys. But I think Bromell, because he's Bromell is quite mentally calm in situations, and he's won medals, and he's won indoor medals as well. He's got a very good stuff. I think he won't struggle.
Yeah,
with the mental aspect of it. I think he'll be okay.
100%.
But I would say Bromell to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Simbine wins, and I would love him to win,
Yeah, I mean, Simbine has been on the circuit for a long time, so it'll be good. It'll be good if he gets the win, but we'll see what happens. As I said, people, most open 100-meter final since Bolt. That's why it's going to be interesting. I forgot to mention, obviously, hopefully you don't get this far in the video, but because the Olympics is in Tokyo, the times are different because they're so far ahead. So I think if you do want to watch the semi-final or the final for the men's or women's 100 meters, you're looking at probably about 12 o'clock in the afternoon for the semi-final, and then about 1:30, 1:45 for the final, just so you lot are aware, PM, that's not AM, PM. Yeah. So it'll be in the afternoon that you lot will have to get up for that. In the heats, that's going to be in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. So you have to watch the highlights for that. But definitely, if you're looking for the semi-final or the final for the men's and women's 100 and 200 meters, 200 meters, that will probably be between 12 and 1:45. I will mention it again at the end of the video. But yeah, I agree with you. Bromell for me, but hopefully Blake can do it. If not, then Simbine. When we look at the 200s, it's again, post-Bolt era. Obviously, we know Noel Lyles. He dominated last year the 200 at one point. Was it last year or the year before?
Oh, bro, sorry. I completely forgot about the 100. One more person we forgot to talk about is DeGrasse.
DeGrasse, not really for me. DeGrasse, I'm more talking about in the 200s.
Yeah. Okay.
I think DeGrasse in the 200, especially the performances that he's been putting in recently, I think the 200 is where he's going to shine. But I get you, but I think 200 more suits him. But yeah, Noel Lyles dominated 200 meters. I'm trying to think, it's 2019 or was it? It was 2019. that he dominated. Noah Lyles. What is he? I think he ran 19.5 or something like that.
He ran 19.50.
Yeah, bro. My heart started beating a little bit. I was like, this guy's getting too close to certain people's records for my liking. But he's been dominating. He's had it in different build up to it. Obviously, he didn't qualify for the 100 meters. Qualified for the 200. He's ran 19.74 this season. Then you've got Bednarek, who's ran.
He's looking good.
He is looking good. He's ran 19.78 this season.
Yeah.
Then you got Terence Laird, who's ran 19.81, and then DeGrasse, who's run 19.89. And for the Jamaicans, obviously, Rashid Dwyer's run 20.17, but I don't think he's going to be in the conversation.
Is Ashmead there?
Nah, it's Blake, Dwyer, and I can't remember who the other one is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Blake and Dwyer, but they haven't run it. I think Blake's run 20.18 in the 200 this year.
They won't figure.
They won't figure. But in terms of Noah Lyles, I mean, burst onto the scene. I mean, he was battling Christian Coleman. I think he beat him in a couple of races in the 100 meters. And obviously in the 200, which is his preferred event, he's been doing bits. Is it for him? Is it his to lose? Is this 200 meters his to lose in the Olympics?
I think he's a bit more of a favorite than the people in the hundreds.
Yeah.
However, he, as you said, he's had an indifferent year, and I think Kenny Bednarek has been running really, really well.
Yeah, he has.
Yes, and I think he's gonna cause him problems, and I think DeGrasse will also cause them problems as well. And to be honest, I think that if whoever's gonna win that title, it will probably be 19.6 at most. Because I don't think the standard, is as high in the 200 meters anymore. Not so many under 20-second races as well. The Americans are obviously doing very well, and I think they'll battle it out. And obviously DeGrasse, you can really call him an American because he grew up on the NCAA circuit.
Yeah, so, even though he's Canadian, but yeah.
Canadian. But you see, just to let people know, just to educate people, a lot of the Caribbean people, a lot of the American people, Canadians, the Panamanian people still have scholarships to go to universities, colleges, so they'll do a lot of their running in the Americas. So they would have been battled hard and ready. So they usually run the quick times there. So just to let you know.
100%. No, it's true. That's what they do, because obviously they get the scholarships, go over to the US, and obviously get their education as well as run, and then go back to their where their countries, or they could stay. Some of them actually live out in America because their trainers are there. Their trainers are there, and then obviously just visit home every now and again. So it's 100%. You're right. People that this is it. People. I mean, when it comes to athletics, it's no joke. The training regime is no joke, and you. Just like footballers, you have to uproot and leave if you want to become successful. But the 200 meters, the thing with me in the 200 is that if you don't get it right, you can lose very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think with the 200, I think it's who can hold their nerve. When you obviously, again, you've got I think the three that we've mentioned, I think all of them is going to be their first Olympics. So I think the difference is obviously there's no crowds. So it works in a good way and it works in a bad way. Good way is in there's not much pressure. You're obviously under the lights, but the fans aren't there, so you don't crumble. But at the same time, you don't get the adrenaline rush. And you don't get the support and you don't get that feeling, because I think in whatever sport you go into, I think you need that nervous energy to perform at your best. I think if you don't have that nervous energy, you don't perform at your best. You can try and be as relaxed as you want to be. You want that. And I think that will help a lot of the guys that it's their first time. But when we look at the two and break it down, obviously, you want to get out of the blocks quickly, attack the bend. When you come off it, you have to accelerate, and then it's all about maintaining. Andre DeGrasse is the only one that's had that experience at that level. Is he sitting there thinking to himself, if I can just use experience and get the legs turning over, I have the best chance of winning because these young bucks haven't done it before? Or is it a case of Noah Lyles says, I was dominating in 2019, I want to dominate the 200 from years to come, so I'm going to be the one, because he's inexperienced, so he has no fear. So is the battle between youth and exuberance and experience when it comes to those two?
Hold on 1 second, bro. Sorry about this.
Oh.
Sorry.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Yeah. So is it a case of it's a battle between Noah Lyles' youth and exuberance and no fear versus Andre DeGrasse's experience, getting through the rounds and then just hoping that Noah Lyles chokes and then he can come through because he's been there and done it?
To be honest, I don't think Noah Lyles will choke. I mean, if you've won a world championship, you can win an Olympic championship, and he's gone through the rounds. It's the same concept anyway. It's just that you say Olympics for me. I have no doubt that Noah Lyles will be okay. And that's why these Americans never really choke, for the simple fact is because they're always battling in the collegiate system, they would have done all the rounds and stuff like that, the semi-finals and all that stuff like that. So I feel like he'll be fine, if I'm being honest. It's just about whether he can execute on a day. One day, Grass will be fine. All these guys, Kenny Benrek will be fine. It's just about who's faster, I personally think.
No. I think you're right there. I think it's a good thing with the US, and that's why I wouldn't say necessarily choke. It's just that if someone's better than them, they're better than them. But because they go through everything already, and like their whole collegiate system is seen as a big event, not just them, because in Jamaica, like when you're in school, you go through these big pressure things. So obviously with Champs, if anyone hasn't heard of Champs in Jamaica, type it in on YouTube and you'll be able to see it. And you'll see the amount of people that go to these things. It's taken very seriously. So 100% agree with you there, like in terms of the fact that they've been doing this from when they were young. So all it is, if there is any nerves, it's just because I'm at the biggest stage. But in terms of it being all completely new to them, that's not the case at all. But it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting. Again, from a British perspective, I'd say Zarnell Hughes is the only one that really has a chance or bronze medal. Maybe. I don't think so, but he's probably the only one.
He's good, but he needs to... I don't think he hasn't really worked for me on his speed and endurance. For people who don't know what speed and endurance is, it's basically your speed over a long distance, a good strong distance of time. So you usually work on that for example, if you want speed and endurance, for example, if you're running 200 meters, you tend to run through 250s, 300s, 400s.
Bro, that's it. Bro, you know, that's in the summer, bro. That's in the summer when you get them privileges. You see in the winter, yeah? Bro, the shortest distance you do in the winter when you're doing speed endurance training, yeah, is about 300 meters, bro.
Yeah, 300 meters. I remember. Trust me, bro. I remember. It's not good.
I know.
But anyway, man, what I think is I don't think Zarnell's speed is up to theirs at this moment in time. So I don't think he'll actually win a medal this year. But if out of anybody, he's got the best chance.
Yeah, because I don't see Adam Jamili medaling.
Or I think, actually, tell a lie, just to confirm, I don't think Zarnell is doing the 200.
Oh, is he not?
No, I think Adam Jamilin was the only one that got selected.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's mad. So hold on. So what? Oh, so is Zarnell only doing the 100?
He's only doing the 100 with CJ and Reese.
Okay.
I just remembered.
So Adam Jamili's the only British. Well, bro, they ain't winning no medal, bro.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect to Adam Jamili, but like, nah, not for me. From what I've seen of him this season, not for me. I thought Zarnell was in the 2. No, fair.
No, I just remembered. No, he's not. Because I remember reading the actual British athletics team that went through, and it was only Adam there, and I was like, okay,
fair enough. Yeah, bro. I'm actually quite surprised, like, because that's what I see Zarnell Hughes as. I see him as more of a 200-meter runner than the 100. I mean, CJ and Reece Prescott, you could say, 100-meter runners for sure. Zarnell does both, but I would have thought the 200 would have been his focus. But who knows what happened? I have to research that and see why he's not doing it. But yeah, then I don't see anything from a British perspective, to be honest. I see it just, I realistically see it just between the Americans and Andre DeGrasse, to be honest. But I think we're both in agreement. We're going for Noah Lyles for the gold medal.
Yeah, Noah Lyles for me. Experience in Doha, I think, would help him, to be honest. I think he'll just get through the rounds. I don't think the time will be as spectacular as everyone thinks. I think if he's going to go fast, he'll probably be about 9.6.
19.6, you mean?
Yeah, 19.6. Yeah.
I was like 9.6 in the 200, you know. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I want to know what booster rocket he's got in his batty for
I
him
like,
to be doing running
give that to me,
9.6, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I'll take that.
I'm telling you, bro. But yeah, fair enough. I think the 200 is a little bit more straightforward than the one. But we shall see what happens in those sprints. We're going to move over now to the side of it that I want to talk about, because we have contenders in this side.
I'm
on
excited.
This side. Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
Which is the women's draw. Obviously, plug. The women's semi-final is next week, Saturday. As I said, people, between 12 and I think it's at 12 o'clock, and then the final is at 1:30, 1:45. The men's one's on Sunday. It is going to be something special, right? We've got there's quite a few women in this. I mean, obviously we'll start with the lady in my background at the Pocket Rocket, the queen of the sprints, bro. As I said, I've already, a lot of people called for it, bro. Florence Griffiths Joyner, whatever her name is, Flojo, bro, she was on drugs. They need to take away that world record from her. Shelly Ann should have the world record right now. Bro, she's mid-30s, right? Mid-30s. And early, I think 2 months ago, she ran 10.63, right?
Bro, I said for all you viewers, I sent TJ the actual video. I was in shock. I was like, wow.
6.3 in your mid-30s, because when it comes to athletics, you're seen to peak. Your peak is similar to football, where your peak is seen as from about 26, 27 to about 30, 31, right? This woman is over that. I think she's, is it 34 or 36? One out of the two of them. And she's run 10.63, bro. Like, absolute madness. Is it the second fastest?
Second fastest of all time.
Yeah, second fastest of all time should be the world record. Before I actually say what I'm going to say, obviously the other women in contention, you've got Elaine Thompson, who ran 10.71 recently. I think she beat Shelly Ann the other day as well.
Yeah, she did.
Sharika Jackson, one of our young bucks. She's run 10. Well. Yeah, she's run 10.77 this season. A lady that's
Okabari's run 10.6 as well.
That wasn't legal though.
Yeah, it wasn't legal.
No, it wasn't legal because I remember you telling me that she ran 10.6, and then I checked it, but it's not legal. Her legal time this year is running 10.89. That's her fastest legal time. So she'll definitely be in contention. Marie Jose Talu, she's always there.
She's running well now.
Yeah, she's running well. Like when you think about what she was running in the beginning of June to what she's running now, like but that's what you do. You build it up so you can peak just in time for the championships. She's run 10.86 this year, and then Dina Asher Smith has run 10.91.
She'll be quicker, but she's been running sporadically. She'll run quicker than that.
Yeah, but she'll run quicker than that. So, bro, it's a stacked athletes that we've got for the women's. But, bro, I'm putting it out there, bro. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3 in the 100 meters. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3. I think the only person that can throw a spanner in the works is Okabare. I think we're doing 1, 2, 3 this year.
Oh God, bro. I don't, bro. I think Dina will cause you guys problems. You know.
Nah, I'm not scared of her in the 100. I'm not scared of her in the 100. Bro, if you think about it realistically, yeah, she'd have to run the time of her life to get a medal, yeah? I can't remember what her PB is.
So
I just checked.
Low 10-8s, I think.
I just doubled. I did, you know what? I did check it, but I didn't write it down. But what's it name? She'd have to run the time of her life to be able to
10-8, I think.
Hold on, wait. PB, what's her 100 meter PB?
10-8, I think.
Yeah, but bro, yeah, she'd 100% have to run the time of her life to medal, and I think the reason why I'm a bit skeptical of her is because she's been running so sporadic. So is it a case of she's just been resting herself, or is it a case of that she's carrying an injury that we honestly don't know?
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think she missed Gateshead with a bit of an injury, so she might be injured.
Yeah,
we never know. But I try and never count her out in the sense that out of all the British people, yeah, and we know we always cuss the British people in it on this, yeah, she's the one that legitimately, she's the one that has like a proper chance of like winning in it, not winning, but getting the medal in it.
10.83 is a PB.
Yeah, that's not gonna be quick enough, but she'll have to go faster than that.
Do you know what? I think 10.83 would be bronze medal.
Yeah.
Bronze medal. But this is what I'm saying. She'd have to run the time of her life. Because unlike in the men's 100, I think 10.7 is gonna win you a gold medal in this. I think 10.7, as long as obviously it's not raining and all the rest of it, I think 10.7 wins you the gold medal. I'm not talking about 10.79. I'm talking like a 10.71, 10.72 to medal with the way that the form that Shelly Ann's been in consistently, because you still remember the first one in Gateshead where it was pissing down with rain, it was windy, and Dina beat Shelly Ann and she beat Talu and Shikari, and they were chatting shit and saying, oh yeah, look, she's beating them. I'm like, Bridget, it's raining and it's windy. Who wants to run in them conditions? Like, and this is the thing, is that I think if the conditions are perfect, right, Shelly Ann's been consistent this year. Elaine Thompson seems to be coming to form in the 100 at the right time. And Sharika Jackson just keeps going from strength to strength, even though nerves might play a part for her. I hope not, because as I said, I want the 1, 2, 3. Talu's got all the experience, so we know she's going to be there or thereabouts. Blessing Uncle Bare, who's had a resurgence. Who's had an absolute resurgence, because she went missing for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I think she changed coach. She's still based in America, and she's starting to like her actual technique is starting to get. It's always been really good, but it's getting a lot better now. She's lengthening her strides, and her start is a lot quicker.
Yeah, her start's a lot better.
So that's a problem now, because we know Okudbare's stride length, because she's very tall and she's got very good cadence. So yeah, she's looking good, man.
They're all looking good.
Bro, I'm excited for this.
But in terms of Dina, just to come back to Dina, I'm just like, you're gonna have to run a PB to medal. You're gonna have to. I think if she matched her PB of 10.83, I think that could get her a bronze. It's not winning her. It's not winning her the race. No. I know that everyone's talking, because I think she got the silver in the World Championships, the one that Shelly Ann won.
Shelly Ann won, yeah.
Yeah, when she came back from having her baby. I think she got a silver there, but this is a different kettle of fish. Yeah. Completely different kettle of fish. But the one thing I have to say about her, she does perform on the big occasion, the big stage. She pulls it out. Obviously, she's a world champion in 200 meters, which we'll get into. So yeah, it'll be interesting for her. But circling back to Shelly Ann, like, on their day, this race is between Shelly Ann and Elaine Thompson.
Yeah.
On their day, I hope that Elaine performs, because she's been very inconsistent. I know she's had a few injuries and whatnot, but I'm hoping that she performs because that's what you want to see. You want to see, because if those two push each other, no one else ain't catching them.
Yeah.
No one else ain't catching them.
And you got Sharika. Sharika's there as well. Sharika will be close. So I get what you're saying. Like, it would be very good, especially I've never really seen it in the women where it's a 1, 2, 3 for Jamaica, but you guys for the women's sprints, you guys have got some very, 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 very strong athletes.
I know, Rob. That's why I'm only interested in the women's, bro. I'm not interested in the men's, bro. I'm just interested in the women's.
How the roles have changed.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. But it's going to be interesting. The thing is, right, and this is this is the prime example of why your start is so important. How many times have we seen it, Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce? When she gets out, that's it. If she gets out and she gets her bullet start, you're not seeing her. You're not making up the ground. You can't, bro. You can't, because she's already got those 2-3 meters on you and you've only just come out the blocks. So you're not seeing her, right? And Elaine Thompson, she's another one like Blessing Okabare, long stride, so it takes her longer to get into her running. If Elaine could just be there or thereabouts with her, makes that race a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. You also have to consider as well, one strength about it with Shelly Ann is a bit like Justin Gatlin. Their strides are stride strength. So they're very strong. Their strides are very powerful. So once they hit the ground, it's boom, boom, in the sense that they bounce off the tracks. So their cadence is really strong. And if Shelly Ann gets just a little bit of a head start, it's over.
Bro, it's over, bro. The only thing I look at when Shelly Ann's running in championships, once she gets that start, I'm not worried. Yeah. I'm not worried. If she gets that start, I'm not worried, bro. I'm just going to be like, what time are you running? I'm watching the clock. I'm not watching everyone else. The only time I get worried is if she doesn't get out.
Yeah.
Because then that plays into everyone else's hands in terms of the stride pattern. You see what I'm saying? The longer strides and whatnot, because obviously that's why they call it a pocket rocket, because she gets out so quickly. So if she gets out and Blessing Okabare and Dina and Talu, because Talu gets a very good start as well.
Yeah, she's
so Talu's probably the only one that could be there or there with her. But bro, my whole thing is, if she runs 10-7, 10-7-1, I think that wins it for her, and she's the only one that's gone into 10-6. So if she pulls out another performance like that, she's by herself. But I think are we agreeing on Shelly Ann number 1?
Shelly Ann number 1, Sharika Jackson. No. Sharika Jackson number 2, because I'm still not sure about Elaine.
Yeah, Elaine's the one that I'm worried about.
Oh, yeah, so
we're gonna do this,
and then the rest is a 3-for-all, because I'm not worried about Sharika. Sharika is running really well, and she's been doing it consistently. Elaine is great some days. She's a big time performer, but then she could be injured and.
This is the thing. I think as long as Elaine doesn't have any injuries, I think she'll be fine. Yeah. But any little niggle, and it's a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem. But yeah, man. People, trust me, that women's one is going to be a madness. I'm ready for it, bruv.
And then the 200.
I'm ready for it, bruv. People, you know what it is. After that race, the next time ST and I come on, I'll be wearing my Jamaica top. Trust me, you know this already. I'll be wearing that. But I think Shelly Ann 1, I think Elaine 2, and Sharika 3, bruv. I'm going 1, 2, 3 for me.
And my one was Shelly Ann first, Sharika Jackson second, and it's a 3-for-all third.
3-for-all after, bro. I don't blame you. I don't
don't know. It's because I would have gone with what you were going, but I don't know how Elaine will hold up.
This is it. I don't blame you, bro, because she's been very inconsistent since she did the double. I think at the 2016 Olympics, I think she did a double. Am I right in saying that? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah. She won that 100 and 200. Yeah.
Because if Elaine is fit, then her and also called Shelly Ann is long.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But yeah, man, the 200 now. Here's where I'm less confident, bruv.
Gabby Thomas, first of all.
Gabby Thomas, bruv.
Excellent runner.
Bruv.
Excellent.
I don't know much about her. I saw when she ran, because she's run 21.61 this season, which is nuts. Is it the second fastest of all time?
I think it is, yes. It was a madness. I watched the race. I was like, you know when I don't usually watch the American races and be like, wow, I always think, okay, that's what I expected from them, but the way she ran it and her technique as well, and her confidence, and she was slowing down, I was like, this is a problem.
You know what it was? Yeah, I got so excited when I found out Alison Felix wasn't running the 200s, because I'm just like, oh yes, finally. Then this girl comes along and runs 21.61. I'm just like, oh my days, bruv. Like, what is wrong with these guys? Just let us live in peace. Because obviously, Shelly Ann just ran her PB in the 200 as well. She ran 21.76. And we know Shelly Ann in the 200, I think, is a weakness, because she doesn't have the speed endurance.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the speed endurance. And obviously, being so petite as well, the stride length isn't that long. Yeah. The cadence doesn't tick over as much. So it's like, yeah, but I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I'm not expecting it. The person I wanna put my hope in is Elaine, but again, she's only ran 22.02 this season in the 200s. So it's just like, meh. Sharika Jackson's won 21.82, which is good signs. Hopefully she can do something. But then you got Jenna Prandini for the USA, who's run 21.89.
She's running really well.
She's running really well.
Marie Talu as well has started to come into form in that race. I don't think she'll figure personally, but she's started to win and started to beat the bigger names as well in the 200. So she's still really dangerous. And Okadbari as well. You can never count her out, especially with her stride length. And then you got Dina again, who obviously 200 meter world champion. She's coming off that. I think she's only run 22.06 this season, but again, I think her PB's 20. I think her PB 21.88. I think if she were to I think she's gonna have to run a PB to win a medal in the 200s. I think the way how people are running now, I think we're getting I think it's a role reversal from the men's, where you're gonna have to be putting out PBs to just get a bronze medal. Yeah,
like that's how mad it is. But there's Gabrielle Thomas, Shelly Ann, obviously Sharika, all those names. But there's a woman that we're forgetting about, who people shouldn't forget about, because this woman can run and she's a massive problem, but we haven't been talking about her, and that is Miller-Uibo.
Ooh, right? God. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I thought she was running the 400. You see?
I thought she was doubling up and doing the 2 and the 4.
I don't know. But if she's doing the 200...
Let me check that. Talk. No, talk. But
okay, I'm going to talk, yeah? Because Miller-Uibo, you see that lady Miller-Uibo? Stride pattern, speed endurance, technique, all on a million. And she's beaten all of them consistently. There was for about a year or two, she was unbeaten on the 200 track as well. She beat everybody. And with her stride, she has the actual physique to actually run 21 easy. She is a problem. You know what? I completely forgot about this lady, you know. She could be to be honest, she could be my favorite, you know. Even after...
Miller-Uibo is a problem for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
Hold on, I'm coming. Give me a second. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on.
Yeah. So for everyone who knows Sean Miller-Uibo, Bahamian athlete, 400 meter Olympic champion, world silver medalist, very, very tall lady, amazing runner, very good technique. She's been a prodigy from when she was younger. She was a junior champion as well. Amazing runner. She had been unbeaten over the 200 distance in the Diamond League for about a year or two. So she's dangerous. She beat Shelly Ann, she beat Dina, she beat all these people. And her trademark was when, towards the end of the 50, when a lot of the athletes' top end speed was being maintained. Shawnee Miller-Uibo would accelerate and go and just beat them.
They said there would have been issues with her doubling up, but as far as I'm aware, she is doing the 2 and the 4. Because I think I heard Colin Jackson mention it as well. Okay. So, bro, I mean, her PB in the 200 is 21.74.
Yeah, so and she can go faster.
She can go faster, and obviously from the 400, the speed, endurance, all of that. Like, people must not forget, because I don't think she's raced a lot this year. I think she beat Sharika. I think she beat Sharika Jackson the other day in the 200 meters, which I would have expected. So, me personally, she's my favorite.
I would say the same thing.
I'd put her as favorite.
Yeah.
I just can't see. I know we're talking about Gabrielle Thomas, but it's going to be her first Olympics. And I don't think they've raced each other. But don't get me wrong. If Thomas runs her PB, she wins. Because Miller-Uibo's, as I said, 21.74. So Miller-Uibo's going to have to... And this is the issue. I think all these women will look at Thomas through because I think it's the first round semi-final, and they'll look to see where she's at. Because if she's running 21.8 comfortably,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. Because that means she's got more in the tank. Whereas if she's running, she's only 21.9, I think everyone has a chance. And the thing is, obviously, we don't know how quick the track's going to be. Yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see how quick it is. If it's a quick track, we're looking at fast times, which is what we all want. But I don't know, man. Miller-Uibo for me is my favorite, but that Gabrielle Thomas is no joke. She's no joke, but I can't put anything above Miller-Uibo, bro, because she's just so dominant. And that speed endurance from the 400, like, I just don't see how anyone can beat her personally.
You know, I completely forgot about her. She's my favorite, 100%. Like, she's made for the 200 and the 400. Remember, she's got very good top end speed. Mm. Her 100 meters is about what, 10.96. So
I think she's run. Yeah, I think yes. I think she's on 10.8.
10.9 or 10.8. That's still very good.
Yeah, which is good considering she's not a sprinter.
Her 400 meters, we all know what that is, so we don't need to go into that. Yeah. She has the speed endurance.
Obviously, she won. Sorry, Estee's cut you off. She's obviously coming off the 2016. She obviously on the line beat Alison Felix for the gold medal. Yeah. So she's performed at the Olympics before. Carry on, bro.
Yeah, no, exactly. She's performed at the Olympics. I think the 200 meters is actually her perfect event. It's made for someone like her physique. If you wanted a runner to actually do the 200, to be her, because she's tall, she gets out fairly well. And I think I was explaining it when you were gone, yeah, that her last 50 meters, when everybody's trying to maintain her speed, she's accelerating.
She's accelerating. Well, it looks like she's accelerating. Yeah. It looks like, I think because she can hold and maintain her form for so much longer than everyone else, it looks like she's accelerating, but it's a case of everyone else is decelerating significantly, where she's just holding her form.
And it's scary.
Bruv, madness, bruv. I don't get me wrong, I want to watch the rounds, because obviously we haven't seen much of Miller-Uibo this season. I don't know if it's because of Corona or whatnot, because obviously they got to take that into consideration. But bro, if she's in form, I just can't see who's beating her. I agree. Don't get me wrong, I pray to the Lord High that Shelly Ann or Elaine or Sharika can do it. But me personally, I believe, apart from Thomas, I think that if any of the other women are going to win the gold medal, they're going to have to run a PB. I think that 20... apart from Thomas, I think apart from Thomas, Shelly Ann and Miller-Uibo, I think the race gets won 21.7 something.
Yeah.
I think the race gets won there. So obviously three of them have been there. I think even Elaine Thompson has run that as well. But
yeah, she's won 21.
Yeah.
7. Dina's won 21.8.
Yeah, 21.8. Yeah. So again, it's going to be one of them ones where if you're going to win a medal in this, you're going to have to be looking to run your PB or close to your PB to medal. And this is what I say about the role reversal. These are the standards that people are setting in the women's game. Obviously, Shelly Ann running 10.63, Thomas running 21.61 in the 200. Like, you're going to have to put the work in to try and medal. Like, it's no games. But I agree with you completely. Miller-Uibo is the one that I'm going for, but we're not writing off Thomas. As I said, if Thomas runs even close to a PB 21.61, even if she runs 21.68, she wins because no one else has been there. Unless we see, obviously, everyone else breaking their PBs. I think the gold medals between Miller-Uibo and Thomas, and then I think the bronze medal is between Shelly Ann. I think you can put everyone else. I think the same thing that you did for the bronze in the 100. I know I went 1, 2, 3 Jamaica, but you said the bronze is a free for all. I think Miller-Uibo and Thomas for the gold medal. Obviously, the other person gets silver, and then I think the bronze is a toss up.
Actually, to tell you what, I would say gold will go. I think them two will be fighting for the gold, but you never know with the silver because you don't know. Gabby Thomas, as good as she is, and we explained to everyone about the NWCA and everything competition, it's still her first
it's true
competition. So we don't know how she's gonna develop. But if it goes to form, it'll be them two.
Yeah,
Scoring Miller-Uibo is more of a guarantee, man. Honestly,
and that's a good point. It is a fair. Like we've seen it. We've seen it with especially American women. We've seen it where they run these fast times, and then they get to the championships because I think their season is so much earlier in the year. So especially when they're coming up from the collegiate and they're young, so we see them run these fast times, and by the time they get to their championships, bro, they go out in the first round. So
they're so tired. Yeah,
because they're so tired. So you're 100% right. There is and obviously without what's my girl's name, the one that can't run.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson unfortunately misses out. Shout out to her. Obviously, it was because of the weed, but it's just not really.
I know it's harsh. I know it's very harsh. But unfortunately, those are the rules.
She ran what 10.72.
10.72.
So
and it was easy slowing, and she was slowing down.
Yeah. So do you know what I mean? She misses out. So I think that we've got a lot to see. I think there's going to be a lot of this in the men's and the women's 100 and 200. Youthful exuberance versus experience. And what tends to happen is experience wins. We've seen it with a lot of the athletes where they go to their first championships and it doesn't go well. They don't even, some of them don't get out of the first round. Some of them don't make it past the semi-final. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. But people, that is it from us. We have summed up your athletics for you. I know there's way other events, but these are the ones that everyone is interested in. Let us know what you think in the comments. 100 meters, who's going to take it? Is it going to be Bramell? Is it going to be Baker? Is it going to be Curly? Can Johan Blake on his last swan song try and get the gold medal? Simbine, can he do it for Africa and bring a gold medal there? 200 meters, is it going to be Lyles? Is it going to be Bednarek? Is it going to be Laird? Andre de Grasse, has he got a chance with all the experience that he has? Women's 100, Shelly Ann, Thompson, Jackson, 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not asking you who you think. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a 1, 2, 3 for us in the 100 meters. But in the 200, will Thomas get there? Or has she peaked? Did she peak too soon? Miller-Uibo seems like she's stuck on getting the gold medal unless something catastrophic happens. Can we pray for Shelly Ann Lane to try and get the gold medal? So we can say we won the 100 and the 200. And obviously we can't forget Jenna Prandini. Can she do it? She's been on the circuit for a while. She's been to championships. Dina Asher-Smith, what can she do in the 100 and 200? Looks like she's going to have to run PBs, but she's a championship runner. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as usual, I didn't even say this in the beginning, bro. That's how excited I got about the athletics thing. I said, and as usual, people, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get them likes up, get them subscriptions up, and all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to say thank you very much to my guy, ST. It's been a pleasure to talk about something different. It's not football talk.
We're not stressed out. We're not stressed out. We're not cussing. We're not seeing that going on these number one rants and all them stuff there.
I'm telling you, huh?
And he's excited. At least he has some. Like, at least you have someone in the drawer. Like, who do Ghana have? What? Aziz Sakari retired? Like, how many years
Bring
ago?
back Aziz Sakari, bro.
I'm always gonna bring him back. Yeah. The next guy in line should have been me, but anyway, that's life.
Oh, but thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much, man, for having me.
People, we're gonna try our best to get the truth and Mr. KA on for NBA talk. Obviously, the Bucks won the championship Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for us. So we're gonna try and get that done for you. Wrap up the basketball season. Obviously, we're going to be a lot more athletics talk. ST will be back, not next week, but a week after the 100 meters is done. We're going to try and get that in there, at some point. Fight talk will be back as well. Going to get ST on it. We're going to be talking boxing. We're going to be talking MMA. Not so much tennis talk. I think we're going to wait and see what Djokovic does. If he wins at the Olympics, we'll definitely bring tennis talk, because Djokovic will be on the US Open, steaming through. And we've got some other content that isn't sport related that we're going to get on as well. So much more content. So tell a friend, and get it out there. People, stay safe out there. Obviously, everything's opened back up now in England, but we still have to take caution. But enjoy yourselves, enjoy the weather, because the weather's going to be done for the weekend. We got rain coming up, so our 5 days of summer is over.
Yeah, no.
And people, we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.